Shalom, I'm Rabbi Michael Panitz. I'm the Rabbi of Temple Israel of Norfolk, Virginia, speaking to you from the pulpit of our synagogue. My message at this time is entitled, Countdown to Hanukkah. Most of us juggle various calendars in our heads. For example, parents of school-age children have a set of classes, sport matches, seasonal concerts, and special performances for which the kids need support, or at least parental attendance. When school is in session and when it is not become markers in the timescape to be navigated, along with the calendars of employment and of our broader society. That is only one example. We could easily substitute others. Wherever we are in life, if we are not living as hermits, we will feel the tug of different people and organizations exerting influence on our schedules. In the month of December, Jewish people in America feel the competing demands of our various schedules especially keenly. The larger community is gearing up for Christmas. Just now, my household is trying to get some home repairs accomplished. It is harder to get certain work done, with most of our neighbors entering an extended period of work slowdown. We also have a Jewish holiday in this season of the winter solstice, Hanukkah. It does not place the kinds of constraints on the daily life of a religiously observant Jew that Passover or Sukkot, the Feast of Booths, imposes. It is what we call a minor holiday, since there is no prohibition against work on its 8 days. But it is not minor in a psychological sense. On the contrary, for many Jews, it is a key moment for celebrating their distinctive identity. Since we are now in the run-up to Hanukkah, I will be sharing several messages exploring the themes of the holiday and its significance in our lives. For this first message, let's go beyond Sunday school and understand how the holiday has changed and developed over the course of the centuries. At first, it was a celebration of a military victory. Hanukkah is not as old as the Hebrew Bible. It was instituted by Jewish leaders at a particular inflection point in our history. The Hasmoneans, a group of Jewish loyalists 2,200 years ago, conducted an insurgency to regain control of our sacred temple in Jerusalem. Our people were subjects of the Seleucid Empire, a large multinational state stretching across the Middle East. One of its rulers, Antiochus IV, had broken with long-standing tolerant traditions of pagan rulers, accommodating religious diversity in their lands as long as their subjects remained loyal. Antiochus IV wanted to force his Jewish subjects to break with their distinctive traditions and adopt his own. And in truth, there were some Jewish residents of Israel who were willing to trade away their birthright for the chance to make it in the Hellenistic world. But those who insisted on religious liberty, the right to be different if it came to that, won the day. Hanukkah was the anniversary of the date when they rededicated the temple to the worship of the one God. Hanukkah never lost that key meaning, but over time, the military focus no longer spoke to the Jewish people. The later Hasmonean rulers were unpopular, and they were replaced by the still more problematic Roman overlords. After several ruinous, failed insurrections against Rome, the rabbis sought to steer the Jewish people away from such uprisings They gave us the story of Hanukkah that has become standard, the famous tale of the oil that continued to burn miraculously for 8 days, a non-military story. The lesson from this is that holidays, like life in general, are a balance of the old and the new. The old focus of Hanukkah on the military victory of the Hasmoneans was appropriate in its day, but was not appropriate in the day of the rabbis 4 centuries later. But the core meaning of the holiday endured, the insistence on the freedom to live according to the dictates of our collective conscience. Hanukkah was to change again and again. In modern Israel, the military victory of the Maccabees resonated once more for understandable reasons. In the USA, Jewish people emphasized the right to uphold their traditions side by side with the observances of the majority of our neighbors, all part of our contemporary reality, living in 2 worlds with coexisting calendars. What will the Hanukkah of tomorrow bring? No one can say. But it is safe to predict that it will, like all of its predecessors, be a blend of the old and the new.